Andrew Giuliani, the son of former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, is toying with a run for governor. In fact, he's doing more than toying with it. He is pretty much running for governor of New York. And he announced that he's going to be heading down here to Florida to campaign a little bit for governor of New York. What he's doing is he's going to meet with some wealthy donors. He says, he's going to try to get the money. He's going to start interviewing people for his staff. Again, down here in Florida, not New York. And then the most important thing, obviously, he's going to meet with Donald Trump and, get his political advice on how to run a successful campaign in New York, a state that Trump never won and a state that he doesn't even live in anymore. Donald Trump would have loved to have just moved back to Trump Tower in New York, but he understood how much he was hated there and decided to move somewhere where they absolutely loved him, hence his new residency at Mar-a-Lago. And for some reason, Andrew Giuliani is showing about as much political savvy as his father and is coming down here to Florida to get money, staff, and of course, Donald Trump's approval. The approval is going to mean absolutely nothing. If anything, Andrew, that's actually going to hurt your chances of being governor even more because you're coming down here, again, to meet with the guy who ruined your family's reputation. Not just ruined your family's reputation, by the way. He also ended up getting your dad sued for over $1 billion for defamation. And of course, because of your dad's loyalty to Donald Trump, your dad is now the subject, the target of a criminal investigation in New York. Is that why you want to be governor? Because you kind of want to get your hands on that and make sure everything works out for daddy? Because that's really the only thing I could see. You don't have, I firmly believe, a snowball's chance in hell of convincing enough people in the state of New York to vote for you to win that governorship. Absolutely not. Rudy Giuliani at one point, yes, he had a lot of goodwill in New York City. Okay, he was just mayor. So he had goodwill in New York City. He tried to parlay that goodwill into a presidential run in 2008. And for a while, believe it or not, folks, he was actually the leader of the pack. He was pretty much going to be the nominee until people started voting. And he did horrible. So all of the polling data that showed that Giuliani was ahead in 2008, none of it actually materialized in the form of votes. So Giuliani dropped out of that race rather quickly because people didn't want him. And then, of course, all these years later, 13 years later, he has absolutely destroyed his reputation. He has become a laughingstock for millions and millions of Americans across the country. And now here comes his buffoon of a son who worked for Donald Trump in the White House. Sure, that's his political experience. And now he thinks somehow he's going to win? Read the room, Andrew. Most of the country despises Trump. New York despises Trump. Giuliani is universally detested from coast to coast. What do you think you're doing besides wasting everybody's time? The Giuliani name at this point is just as toxic as the Trump brand. And that's not, a coincidence. It's because the Giuliani family decided to tie their names to Trump, and they went down just as hard and just as fast as Trump did.